Coyote to tell him I'm going to release, well, should we release the drone now or later?
Coyote will see if you take it out of your pocket and stuff. He's kind of monitoring that, so you don't even need to tell him.
I'm going to take out the drone now, see if we can find anything else around here before we go any further. But it looks like we might have to take out those two guys over there. Yeah, the drone's out of the pocket.
So go ahead and I guess Coyote would be the one controlling it or giving it orders, so he can go ahead and move it wherever he wants to. When you go ahead and give me whatever covert ops role you have for it. It's not invisible, so...
Oh, strange. I didn't give that a button. All right. Yeah, it'll be using the covert ops thing and the... so I guess that would be, again, 5, I think is what it comes down to.
And what does its chameleon coding do?
Oh, chameleon coding,
right?
Yeah, it has chameleon coding. I think it's -4 on perception checks for it. And then since it's a micro drone, I think it gets a -6 to begin with. It could just be a -4, and I can't remember.
I can go ahead and look that up.
Drone has a -6 on the concealability modifier chart, which means that I think anyone who wants to try to perceive it has a -6 to their dice pool to begin with a additional -4 from the chameleon coding, so they're losing 10 perception dice.
Yeah, go ahead and give me an infiltration roll anyways.
That was a good roll.
Better than what me and Twitch did here.
Well, and it was just with 5 dice.
So go ahead and move it wherever you want, and it'll actively project to your thing. What's its signal?
Its signal is...
it's got a signal. It'll stay slave to your comlink.
Yeah, it's 3, so 400 meters, if I'm not mistaken, which I believe Coyote is within range of.
400 meters is the range of signal 3. That's the same thing as my comlink.
Right. Oh, people! I was actually trying to avoid people, but I ran right into them. So it moves there first.
It's going around all over wherever you move it.
Do we see any boats here other than that hovercraft truck thing?
No, the hover truck will actually hold everyone but the cars. But there's no actual boats. That said, the hover truck can go land, water just as easily.
All right, it's doing a circuit, then it's going to go back just to keep an eye on everything, where everyone is, basically, on that corner.
And the trucks didn't have, like, because we stole a truck, obviously. The trucks didn't have any sort of biometric locks or key ignition or anything like that, right?
The ignition was based on a electronic key, like an actual key. Like you put it in, it's just electronic instead of mechanical.
Okay.
And no, the Kenuashi cannot go inside. It can't open the door. And there
I was going to ask if there are any cracks or any windows or anything like that. It's got gecko feet, so we can crawl up walls and stuff.
The entire place has been ported up and sealed so that it's watertight and everything. It's good. Well, good condition would be a stretch, but it's in tight condition.
Can you send your drone to see what the ignition system on that boat, that hovercraft, is like?
You just want to get my drones killed. All right. Oh, actually, if I were to crawl up the side of this building and get on the roof, would I have a view of anything in the boat? I don't know which way it's turned. Is it just pointed towards me like it shows?
Yeah, the direction that it's pointed, all the cars, the direction their nose is pointed is the direction they're actually pointed in.
All right. Well, then I'll try to take Kenmushi around the backside of it compared to the bunny dude, and try to crawl it up into the up the back and get a look inside. And I'll be feeding this to everyone's comm link and stuff, so they can see real-time video of it.
It's a bit old, but it has a key lock and electronic, just sort of slot it in, go. You just plug it in and go. It's a little bit more secure than some people use. Some people just use sort of dongles or just keychains or whatever. There's all sorts of things, and everyone has their own preference. This one's just little key, put it in the slot, and it goes. The one you stole, the key was just left in. I mean, you stole it as the guy fell out.
And the key's obviously not in this vehicle at the moment, right?
No, it's not in the vehicle.
Okay, and does Twitch remember who was driving this particular vehicle during the events of the last game, the last session?
Looking at the guys, they're actually in a kind of almost uniform. They're not like an actual uniform with any kind of insignia. They're just all clothes bought from the same place with low-grade armor. It's decent clothes. They have gas masks on covering half their faces. Everyone does. They're hard to tell one from the other, but it was just one of the normal guys around. You can't tell which one in particular it was.
Okay. The idea I was playing around with was going around the place, approaching from the south, and trying to exfiltrate on the hover truck after knocking out and stealing the bunny man in the hopes that he would have sufficient information to get the 10K payment.
Yeah, and on that note, I will see if I can do a capture signal with the Kanmushi near the door of the building.
It's actually to notice invisible signals. You'll have to look that up yourself. I don't know which role it is. It's electronic warfare something.
It's electronic warfare plus the rating of the jammer you're using. So I have a rating 6, not jammer. A sensor.
Trying to jam?
No, I misspoke. It's but his sensor is rating 6, and that's what it goes by. So yeah, it's electronic warfare plus the sensor.
So it doesn't use the scan program. Right.
I don't. That's not how I have it down on the button, and so
you're having the actual drone roll its thing. So its sensor, the Kenyuchi is loaded up with it.
Say again, sorry.
The Kenyushi, the little drone, is loaded up with it. Its sensor is. Do you have an improved sensor on it?
Yeah. Hold on. Yeah, improved sensor array with radio signal scanner rating 6 on it.
So its sensor is, I believe, hold on. So its sensor
I have it as a
2. Its sensor should be 2. It should have a rating 2 sensor. It says 1, but it should be 2.
Right. So is it sensor plus that, or the? Yeah. I'm confused. The way I have it is ECM plus rating of the signal sensor. Should I roll something else? So I have a base of 9 for that. But he's running more programs, so it's got to be decreased anyway.
Well, I don't think it should have a base 9 in the first place. Okay, what's the actual command again?
Capture wireless signal. It's the rating of the device, so 6, plus ECM is how I read it in the book. I can find that, I guess. Right, because it says
Okay, first of all, the capture wireless signal is for devices you've already detected intercepting their traffic.
okay.
You're looking for detect hidden node, which is electronic warfare scan. Let me check what that is for a drone. I don't know what it would be for a drone to do. I'm not even sure your drone could do it.
It should be able to. I would.
I don't
If
know.
not,
I'm pretty sure your drone can't do matrix activities like that. That's why I was saying it would be good to have matrix skills too.
Well, I mean,
Yeah,
but
your drone can't intercept wireless signals by itself. It's not programmed to actually act like that without an agent.
Okay. Well,
that's not the way I understood it.
I can
but,
give it a try.
Well, I mean, it seems to me that even a passive sensor is going to catch radio traffic. That's what I think.
Oh, well,
In this
it's
case-
unhidden traffic. Yeah, it'll be able to report to you any unhidden
The
traffic.
problem is
but,
that you're looking for a hidden node in specifically, in which case you need to be aware of it or at least have a good guess of where it should be. A drone can't really do that. That would be something that you would do, looking for a hidden node, I guess. Wireless isn't my thing.
You could probably load up an actual agent program on your drone to do that sort of stuff too. I don't know.
Well, that's what I thought. I mean, let's see what kind of stuff I have on my sheet. Because the what this drone was designed to do is exactly that. So if it can't do that, it kind of goes against what I was trying to do.
well, it can detect.
You might also be able to. You might also be able to do it
it's
through
got
the
its
drone
radio
yourself.
signal scanner. A radio signal scanner. Let me go ahead and check what that does. I did not even see that. I was checking.
Right,
something.
that's what it uses to capture the wireless signal.
Exciting, riveting action! How you doing over there, Jordan?
I've been doing pretty well, but I sent Sean a whisper earlier just asking what the two guys near us are, where they're facing. I'm expecting they're facing outward and not towards the building, but I'm asking.
Okay, so it just rolls its thing as a sniffer program. 234.
Are used for the intercept traffic and the intercept wireless signals actions. That's electronic warfare / hacking, apparently. Would you use the rating of the sniffer program to, in place of the electronic warfare? So you would do sniffer plus scan?
No, it's in place of the sniffer program is what the scanner is. Pretty
No, I
sure.
think it'll
I think
just
it-
roll it. I think it'll just roll the sniffer program because the pilot would be what would add as instead of the skill. But the pilot isn't designed to do this, and you don't have an agent loaded up separately. So it'll just roll its sniffer just roll the rating of the what is it called? The scanner, the radio signal scanner.
Oh, okay. So just rating 6 even? Yeah. Okay.
Unless you have something else.
Well, it would have been loaded up with electronic warfare autosoft. I don't know if that applies.
Oh, if you have an electronic warfare autosoft, then yeah, that'll apply too. I didn't know you had one.
Yeah, I loaded them up with 5 programs. Let me see what they were. It's covert ops, electronic warfare, maneuver, ground, clear sight, and scan. Those are the 5 programs it has on it right now.
Okay, then it'll roll the plus whatever the electronic, so 6 plus whatever the electronic warfare programmed rating is.
Yeah, it'll be 2, but it's reduced by the system.
Well, first you actually have to detect it, which is with the scan rating. Electronic warfare plus scan.
Okay, what's the scan rating? Does that use the sensor rating for that?
Do you have a scan program on it?
I do. So I use both programs in conjunction.
Yeah, the electronic warfare autosoft and the scan program.
Okay.
So you actually detect no active electronics at all, period. No one has active comm links, no one has the electronic, the cars aren't on and active, and there's nothing here.
The party excluded.
The party excluded. Oh, and the guards are looking around all over the place. They're active and paying attention.
Okay. So, Twitch, how are you going to get by those 2 guys?
I don't know.
You might be able to rush them down and take them out before anyone else notices.
Might want to wait until it gets darker out. I don't imagine that they're willing to wait here through the entire night, and between the light pollution and the starlight, I can operate just fine in the middle of the night.
Same here.
So someone's got to take a sleeping shift eventually, and once they're a little bit shorter staffed, it could be easier to do things. One to fall back, get a good vantage point, and wait.
I guess so.
Alright. And of course, Truthsayer and Coyote can hear this comm chatter.
I'm not sure whether waiting out here is the best given how dangerous these zones are. I imagine the guards will stay on their toes because the bunny man there at least appears to recognize the dangers of being out here. It's very risky.
Looks like...
Think we should hit him hard and fast?
If there was a way we could get both those guards to look away for a moment, you and I could sneak up behind them and, you know, take them by surprise?
Well,
I mean, if we...
The real issue that I see with that is I'm afraid that the guy on the road would see us take out the north one.
Okay, how about this? We swing around wide, going farther east, go farther south and get to that pile of rubble down there by the southern end of the building. And then figure out another plan from there.
I'd rather figure out the plan now. I don't see much reason to sweep around that way as it is.
I definitely am interested in why so many of them are guarding what appears to just be one house. Perhaps the information that we seek is in there. Again, with the second sight, if you two are not perceiving a way through this, we could try there. But it is further away, and we're going to have to deal with spirits.
We're already here, and I think this is... I would rather this not be a slight waste of time.
Well, maybe there's a way to lure them offshore. Maybe have someone do a drive-by on one of the Sea-Doos. But that's really dangerous.
That could be an idea, but then the person who's driving would have to perhaps outrun, especially given how dark it's become. So they can't be me. If you can create some sort of distraction that would have them all bunch up together, or at least as many of them as possible, I would have to drop what I've done and I'm currently holding on Vice, but I could attempt to surprise them and destabilize many of them. But in any situation where that was involved, I'd want to at least hit the rabbit-eared man first.
Whatever the plan is, it looks like we're going to have to try to do something now. Our mission is to get information, right?
Yeah.
The most likely place that information is going to be in is in the building, right?
Or in the rabbit man's head.
So it looks like to me the quickest solution is to either get in the building or to get the rabbit man unconscious.
There is also, just to give another idea, extended surveillance, leaving drones here or somewhere else and just watching them for a while and seeing if anything else shows up.
That'd have to be up for Coyote, and he's already lost one drone here already.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can, Coyote will say, yeah, I can leave it here. I can, leave the Kanbushi in this debris here, and it can, peek out and check it out. But yeah, if I lose it, I want to be compensated for this one anyway. And is anyone else just getting errors that keep popping up, or is that just me?
It's just you.
I saw one that popped out when I tried to move my token. That was
I said it's just him.
Are they continual now, or?
Oh no, that was just the second one. I got one. I would say about a minute ago, and then while I was moving this Kanbushi, I got another one. I was just curious if it was on my end or for everyone.
Every now and then it may be because I'm doing something with a token while you're doing something.
He added some more vision blocking layers and shit. Because of all the cover he added onto the map. And that's naughty.
I see truthsayers deep within some debris. Twitch.
Can you get would you be able to, get the two on the road, the dogs, and the ones watching the dogs in, one of those spells you threw in Fun City? Truthsayer, that is.
You're asking. I am, Truthsayer is attempting to puzzle out the answer to your question.
He'll be taking vision penalties from it.
Yeah, I would say not only that, it's like, no, they're not all close enough. I wouldn't be able to hit all 7 of them, the dogs and the 4 metahumans. They'd have to be closer together.
Then just the dogs and the 2 metahumans?
Hit the dogs and the 2 metahumans, yes. In order to do that, though, I would have to drop what I've cast on Vice in order to attempt to be effective. Because if I do that, then the cover will be broken.
Well, if we would go that route, I'd think that myself and Vice would be attacking at the same time. Different targets.
Dangerous person in this area, our foe, by far, is the awakened person.
Yeah, I was planning on, if we were to take the assault route, looping around down south, lining up a nice shot on him.
I could ask him a question with my fist. Because I think we've seen how well my fist is at shutting up awakened people.
Yeah, it's really charismatic in that respect. So what do you guys think? Long-term surveillance, try to get into the building, frontal assault?
Not going to be able to get the jump on these. Even though we would be attacking from the shadows, they are aware and alert. We would not have as advantageous of a position as we had on our first run together. On the other hand, they're not augmented with cyberware, so they will be slower. And the only magically active foe we are facing is the rabbit ears. So if you do go blazing in, you'll just have to deal with guns, which are something too.
Right.
So I think the plan is what's the plan?
If you manage to perhaps lure him over there through some sort of other noise that would attract his attention such that whenever he walked out by himself earlier, if you could get that to happen again, and you could take him out first, then cover could be used to make dealing with the others much easier. But we're still going to be outnumbered.
I was thinking that myself and Vice would loop around and hit them from the south, getting the rabbit man first, while yourself and Coyote, as much as you can, would hit them from the north.
Enough cover down there? I mean, it's up to you two. I mean, you could just try to lure him onto the outskirts again like you had him before. And
he's already more or less on the outskirts of the group down south there, and it looks like there's a few pieces of cover we could use. I don't know. It's up to you guys.
I would like to try.
Try the assault? Or sneaking in?
I'm not we could try sneaking up there, and if it looks like the position looks like we could sneak in, we could try. But up to this point, it looks like assault's going to be the option.
The door's on the side with the cars, right?
The doors on the sides of the cars?
The door's on the side where the cars are, right?
Yeah.
The door of the building is facing the street.
Yeah, is that not visible from...
No, I can kind of see it. I'm just making sure.
Yeah, that's the door.
Yeah, I don't see a way that we're getting into the building unless we're going through some people. Of course, that could change an hour or two from now.
In an hour or
Remember,
two.
we're not on any sort of time limit. We could even just fall back and come at this again a different day.
I have no indication of this place being different in an hour, and I'm not 100%. I'm not certain that it's going to be different in another day. You know.
It's true, but in a few days, we might be able to get a hold of some rifles. And if we want to go the guns blazing route, I do have a light machine gun back in my apartment.
Everyone go ahead and give me a perception roll.
Is this visual?
A visual perception roll.
You'll need to subtract 4 dice from that. So going by the end, I would lose 1 hit there and have 6 hits, due to the fact that I'm sustaining 2 spells right now.
Well, you'll see a guy come driving up on a Sea-Doo.
I think I dropped my token in No Man's Land because I was moving it right when you moved our camera. So, off to the left of where you moved the camera.
On No Man's Land, you're still perfectly visible to me. I can still see him just fine. The fuck, Rip.
Oh, I did drop it in the right place then. Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
Okay, well then you see
Everyone except Coyote sees.
sees this guy drive up along the coast coming from the north. He's taking a little ways and sort of just wandering about.